Good morning, boys and girls. Last class we had a detailed discussion on operation research and formation of mathematical model from a given question given. We have done 2-3 questions under it. Now we give the third question, which has come in 2019 December MBA KTU. I read the question as: a furniture company can produce 4 types of chairs. Each chair is first made in carpentry shop and then finished, waxed, polished in the finishing shops. Total number of man hours available per month in carpentry and finishing shops are 6,000 hours and 4,000 hours. Construct a mathematical model or construct an LPP. And the details are as follows. That's enough. Okay. Then solution is here, as we say. First step. Here we have 4 types of chairs. Namely, we mention x1, x2, x3, x4. Hence, the maximization problem is done as follows. Initially, we consider the profit function. Here the profit function is, for the chair number 1, contribution is 20 rupees. Chair number 2, contribution of profit is 12, 8 and 20 for the 4th type of chair. And the constraints etc. will be detailed as below. Here you can just think of carpentry shop for the first chair requires 14 hours. Carpentry shop requires 9 hours for the type 2 chair. Similarly 8 and 10. For the finishing shop you have 2, 1, 3 and 40. Therefore, initially we write maximize profit function Z equal to, you can think of first chair x1 types, profit required is 20. Therefore, 20x1 plus 12x2 plus 8x3 plus 20x4. Subject to constraints, first carpentry shop. All the chairs pass through carpentry shop. Therefore, we have 14x1 plus 9x2 plus 8x3 plus 10x4. Similarly, finishing shop you have constraint 2x1, 1x2, 3x3, 40x4. Then x1, x2, x3, x4 are all positive numbers. Therefore, we mention greater than or equal to 0. Here again, the time hours available is 6,000 and 4,000 each. That is for carpentry shop and finishing shop. Therefore, when you consider the first constraint, we write 14x1 plus 9x2 plus 8x3 plus 10x4 less than or equal to 6,000. In the second equation, 2x1 plus 1x2 plus 3x3 plus 40x4 less than or equal to 4,000. Since here you have 6,000 is the maximum available hours and 4,000 is maximum available hours. Therefore, we write the inequality as less than or equal to, less than or equal to. Now we do another question which has come in December 19 KTU MBA. An important question, slightly different from the earlier one we have discussed. Here the question is: old hens can be bought for 2 rupees each and young ones cost represents 5 rupees each. The old hens laid 3 eggs per week and the young ones 5 eggs per week, each egg being worth 30 paise. A hen cost rupees 1 per week to feed. If a person has only 80 rupees to spare or spend on the hens, how many each kind should he buy to get a profit of more than 6 rupees per week? Initially, formulate a mathematical model or an LPP. In between, he can house maximum 20 hens purchased. Here this solution is, first step we say maximization of LPP, that is maximization of 6 rupees per week. Then here you have two types of hens, old hens, namely X number of hens old, Y young ones, number of young hens. Step 2, total investment available is 80 rupees maximum. Then selling price of each egg is 30 paise. Here we consider old hens as X and Y as young ones. In the first line they say that old hens can be bought for 2 rupees each and young ones at 5 rupees each. Therefore we have investment equal to 2x plus 5y, and the maximum amount eligible or available is 80 rupees. 80 rupees. Therefore we say maximization of profit is given by the following steps. Then step number 2, since the selling price of eggs is 30 paise, here we get old hens laid 3 eggs and you have X number of hens. Therefore 3 into X into 30 paise. 3 into X into 30 paise. Then similarly the second one, 5 is the cost into Y into 0.3. This is the equation of receipt on sales. Receipt on sales of eggs. Then here in the last statement they say that maximum space available is 20 hens. Therefore you have X plus Y less than or equal to 20 space available. Availability. Then now come back to the receipt area. Here the receipt will be, first equation says that here the receipt is, this equation comes to 0.9x plus 1.5 from here. This is the receipt available. Normally we write receipt R. Then third step will be, normally we know profit equal to, profit is defined as revenue minus expenditure. Revenue minus expenditure. Here revenue is 0.9x plus 1.5y. This is the revenue part R. Therefore here we say profit equal to revenue minus expenditure. Revenue equal to, profit equal to 9x plus 1.5y minus the expenditure is, here they say that expenditure is 2x plus, expenditure on purchase of hens, number of hens, X minus Y. This is your profit. revenue equal to 0.9x plus 1.15 1.5y minus expected expenditure. Expenditure is purchase of, hence minus x minus y, which gives you, if you subtract, you have negative 0.1x plus 0.5y. This is your profit function. Expenditure minus revenue minus expenditure. Therefore, in short, the problem will be maximize profit. Problem is maximize profit z equal to, this is the profit function, negative 0.1x plus 0.5y. Maximize this. Subject to constraints. First constraint, space available. Subject to constraints, space available less than or equal to 21. Then 2x plus 5y less than or equal to 80. Investment available. This is space available. And further they say that minimum profit of or maximum profit of 6 rupees per this. That is negative 0.1x plus 0.5y greater than or equal to 6 rupees. Third inequality, x comma y greater than or equal to 0. This is the solution. This question has come in 2019 December. An important question. Then third one, which has come in May 14, MBA. A very simple question. You can write, a company produces two types of hats, namely cowboy hats. Each hat of the first type requires twice as much labor time as the second type. If all hats are of second type only, the company can produce a total of 500 hats a day. The market limits daily sales of the first type and the second type to 150 and 250 hats. The profit per hat are rupees 8 and for the type 1 and rupees 5 for the type 2. Formulate an LPP to maximize profit. Here, step number 1, solution. Step number 1 says that type 1 hat equal to X. Type 1 hat. Similarly, type 2 hat, Y numbers, X numbers and Y numbers. Then, here you will have to maximize the profit. Therefore, maximize, first equation easily you can write, maximize Z equal to, profit is 8 into X plus 5 into Y. 5 into Y. This is the maximum Z equal to. Normally we say Z equal to. Then, step number 3. Here we consider time given, time required. Here we say that Let us take time required for second type, time required for type 2 hat equal to, let it be t times. Therefore, for the first type given in the question, time required is 2 into t times. Therefore, first type you are making y number, and first type you are making x numbers, and here second type is a y, this is your x. Therefore, here we calculate the time required equal to 2 into t into x numbers plus 1 into y into t. 2x into t plus 1yt. Then fourth step says that time available is that of 500 second type hats. Therefore, you can mention 500t. Therefore, we have the solution as 2x into t plus y into t less than or equal to 500t, which means 2x plus y less than or equal to 500, because t can be cancelled. Then next step, x is limited to 150 hats. Therefore, you have x less than or equal to 150. Similarly, y less than or equal to 250 hats. Therefore, in short, the mathematical model will be z equal to 8x plus 5y, subject to constraints 2x plus y less than or equal to 500, x less than or equal to 150, y less than or equal to 250, x and y greater than or equal to 0. Both greater than or equal to 0. It's a very good question which has come recently. Then the next question will be comes as, now you know the formation of graphical method, and these are the types which we have done through. Now in the next module or next chapter will be graphical representation of LPP and its solutions. Graphical representation of LPP and its solutions, which you can get around 10 marks. Graphical representation, wherein they may ask you formulate the LPP or find the mathematical model and solve to find the variables x, y, or x1 or x2. Initially we talked about graphical representation of LPP and the method of solution. Earlier you have already done how to formulate a mathematical model, which we have done so far, some 3 or 4 questions. Then the next type will be solution method. For that we should have the knowledge of the following things. Here we say a Cartesian system, x-axis, y-axis. Here you have quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4, x-axis, y-axis, as marked. Here, therefore, we think of a Cartesian system, namely x and y axis. They cross at the point, intersect at the point 0, O. In the first quadrant, normally we say that here we mark here plus or plus comma plus. Here you have negative negative. Here you have negative positive. Here you have positive negative. Means if you plot a point P 3, 5, if you plot a point 3, 5, we mean positive 3 and positive 5. Positive means both coordinates 3 and 5 are positive, it falls under the first quadrant. Therefore, we have positive 3, positive 5. Therefore, I mark the point P here in the first quadrant and drop a perpendicular. Therefore, we mention OM equal to 3, x coordinate, and PM equal to, length PM equal to ON equal to positive 5 y coordinate. In the second one, if you mention, if you think of negative 3 and positive 4, negative 3, positive 4 falls under second quadrant. Similarly, you can drop the perpendicular, you can find x-axis, y-axis. Here you have minus 2, minus 4. Third quadrant. If they say positive 5 and negative 3, this falls under the fourth quadrant. This you have to remember. That is about graphical representation. With this example, we will be doing some certain questions. Solution number 1, method of solution of LPP. Question number 1, so simple. Consider, here we are saying method of solution of LPP. Here we have the following steps. Step number 1, consider the given constraints as an example. Consider the given constraints and example. Number 1, 5x plus 3y less than or equal to 15. Another example, 2x plus 3y less than or equal to 12. In order to solve by the graphical method, we consider initially, take the first constraint 5x plus 3y less than or equal to 15. This is rewritten as 5x plus 3y equal to 15. Similarly, the second equation is written as plus 3y equal to 12. Here it is, inequalities are less than or equal to. Even if it is greater than or equal to, we write the number equal to the number on the right side. Even if it is 16, we write etc. equal to 16. Greater than or equal to 27 means it is changed over into equal to 27. This is the method. Then you can think of that 5x plus 3y equal to 15, or when we say that 5x means x to the power of 1, y to the power of 1, x to the power of 1, y to the power of 1. This will represent only a straight line. It cannot be a parabola, it cannot be a circle or a rectangular hyperbola or a circle even. This x to the power of 1, y to the power of 1 We say a straight line equation, or we say linear equation, L-I-N-E-A-R, linear equation. Therefore, these two the given constraints changed over into an equation equal to sign. These two should represent straight lines only. Now, let us consider the first inequality changed over into an equation, namely 5x plus 3y equal to 15. Consider 5x plus 3y equal to 15. Step number 1. To get the graphical representation of this straight line representing 5x plus 3y equal to 15, we start with, in this one, you can just think of that when x equal to 0, in this one, x equal to 0, 3y equal to 15. 3y equal to 15 means y equal to 5. Therefore, x equal to 0, y equal to 5. Alternatively, when y equal to 0, x becomes 3. Therefore, we write the points as, the first one as 0, 5. Let it be P. Here we write 3, 0. We write a Q point. This falls under first quadrant. This falls under first quadrant. The points are P and Q. Again we have x-axis, y-axis. Mark the points 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, etc. Here you have 3 and 5. 3 and 5. This is your point 0, 5 P. This is your point Q. This is your 0, 5. This is your 3, 0. These are the points, therefore that represents a straight line. PQ is a straight line for this inequality made in an equation 5x plus 3y equal to 15. Similarly, this can also solved. You will get as, here when x equal to 0, y becomes, when x equal to 0, y becomes 4. When y equal to 0, x becomes 6. Therefore, the points will be, if you say, therefore this is equal to y equal to 4. Upon you have 0, 4, and here you have 6, 0. Therefore, the point will be, first point will be 0, 4 equal to P. Here you have 6, 0 equal to Q. Therefore, this represents PQ as the straight line for the second one. This way representation can be done. Then, now we try to solve a linear programming with examples, and we find the feasible region or maximum profit. Then, here we think of a linear programming problem. An LPP is a mathematical technique that is applied to find maximum or minimum values in problems subject to certain constraints, that is, we say side conditions which limit your decisions. The objective in an LPP is to maximize profit or minimize cost subject to number of limitations or constraints given. The constraints are expressed in the form of inequalities or equations. Both the objective function and the constraints are linear relations between the variables. The solution of LPP shows how much should be produced, bracket sold or purchased process, which will optimize the objective function and satisfy the constraints given in the question. Constraints in the question. Then now we try for solution of LPP using graphical method. Solution of LPP using graphical method. 1. They normally say specifically graphical solution. In the question paper they will say graphical solution, or later you will study solve a LPP using simplex method. Therefore here we take initially graphical method solution of LPP. The question is Z equal to, maximize, Z equal to 4x plus 7y, subject to constraints x plus y less than or equal to 60, 1, y, second constraint, y less than or equal to 40, x less than or equal to 40, third constraint, x and y greater than or equal to 0. This is a maximization problem. Then solution. Here we have a maximization problem. Further that, here you have been given with 3 constraints, x plus y less than or equal to 60 and the other 2. Further it is given that x comma y greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, which means that the drawn graph will be of straight lines and will be in first quadrant alone. X, y greater than or equal to 0 means it will be in the first quadrant. Therefore, we have following step. Step number 1. Consider the inequality. Equate to equations. These are the inequalities, 3 inequalities. Equate to equations. First equation, x plus y equal to 60. It was given constraint as less than or equal to 60, therefore equal to 60. Let us mention a line PQ. This will be a line PQ. Then second one, y less than or equal to 40, make it to an equation y equal to 40. PQRS, line RS. And third one, x less than or equal to 40. Let us mention it as MN line MN. Therefore, we have written first line, second line, third line, and these lines fall under the first quadrant. Now, to solve graphically, we have the following ways. As said earlier, x plus y equal to 60 represent a straight line. Therefore, drawing graphically x plus y equal to 60, we proceed as follows. As done earlier, when x equal to 0, y becomes 60. When y equal to 0, x becomes 60. Therefore, the points are P will be x equal to 0, y 60, and Q will be 60, 0. Therefore, PQ is a straight line. Then, consider y equal to 40. The speciality here is when y equal to 40 or y equal to a constant k, this will represent a straight line parallel to, underline, parallel to x-axis. Therefore, when y equal to a constant or y equal to 100 or y equal to 200 or y equal to 40, this will represent a straight line parallel to x-axis. Therefore, here you have parallel to x-axis, a line parallel to y-axis, parallel to x-axis. In the third line Mn, here given x equal to 40 means a parallel line to y-axis. X equal to a constant or x equal to 200, that will represent a parallel line to y-axis. Parallel line means this. Parallel to x-axis, this. Parallel to y-axis, this is your y-axis, parallel to that. Therefore, equation 1, 2, 3 represent a straight line. Then, presenting these points in a Cartesian system, we have the following steps. Step number 1, again, you have x-axis, y-axis, you mark here 0, here you have 20, 40, 60, again 20, 40, 60. Consider the line PQ. Here PQ means x plus y equal to 60. That will represent a line PQ. When x equal to 0, 60, this is your point P. Then when q equal to 60, this is your point Q, 60, 0. This is your point 0, 60. Therefore, that represents a straight line. Even you can mention this as x plus y equal to 60. First line drawn. Then, second line says that a line parallel to x-axis. A line parallel to, this is x-axis, line parallel to passing through 40. This is your line RS. Parallel to x-axis, RS. The coordinate of R will be 0, 40. X-axis is 0 and y equal to 40, parallel line to x-axis. The third one will be a line parallel to y-axis, through the point x equal to, you have x equal to 40, again through 40, a line through 40, RS MN. MN means 40, 0, a line parallel to y-axis. Therefore, we have plotted all the three lines PQ, then RS and MN. Initially, we know the coordinates of P, we know Q, Q and P. Okay. Here you consider, now we have drawn all the straight lines, 3 straight lines, 3 constraints, 3 straight lines. Here now we have drawn the 3 straight lines PQ, RS and MN. We know the coordinates of P, we know the coordinates of Q, we know the coordinates of R and N. Now, come back to the inequalities initially. Here they have said that maximize with constraints x plus y less than or equal to 60 or x plus y equal to 60. X plus y represents line PQ. The inequality is mentioned as below, less than, less than, less than, less than. Therefore, I mark the point less than, PQ less than, less than, less than, all in the first quadrant. Then RS again less than, RS again less than, RS less than, less than, less than, less than, and third line MN less than, less than, less than, all less than. Here they have mentioned the straight line lie under first quadrant. Therefore, we get the picture as PQ less than, less than, less than, RS less than, MN less than in the first quadrant. Therefore, we mark this separately. And you mark the points A and B, A and B. Therefore, you specify R, A, B, N, O, R. I repeat, R, A, B, N, O, R. This particular, that is satisfying all the inequalities, x plus y less than, y less than, x less than, all contain this. This is called feasible region. Feasible region. Therefore, normally they ask what is meant by or give a definition for feasible region. And the definition is feasible region means a common region in which all the points lying in it will simultaneously satisfy all the given constraints. Here in the question, as mentioned earlier, R, A, B, N, O, R is your feasible region. Now, concerning on this feasible region, we have the following solutions. 1. Here we know coordinate of R 0, 40. Coordinate of R 0, 40. Coordinate of O, this intersecting point 0, 0. Coordinate of N 40, 0. Coordinate of N 40, 0, which we know it. Therefore, the unknown coordinates are A and B. A is this point, B is this point, and this is your feasible region. This is your feasible region. R, A, B, N, O, R. This is your feasible region. A and B unknown to you. You will have to find out the coordinate of A and B, which is done as follows. A is the intersecting point between the line PQ and the line RS. A is the intersecting point between PQ and RS. PQ and RS. Then equation of PQ is x plus y equal to 0. X plus y equal to 0. Equation of RS is parallel to x axis, y equal to 40. When y equal to 40, x becomes 20. Y equal to 40, x becomes 20. Therefore, the coordinate of A equal to 20, 40. Coordinate of A equal to 20, 40. Similarly, the coordinate of B, you can think MN and PQ again intersected. MN and B is the MN and PQ. B is the intersecting point between MN and PQ. Mn and PQ. PQ equal to x plus y equal to 0. PQ line x plus y equal to 60, and the line Mn parallel to y axis x equal to 0. Therefore, when x equal to 0, y becomes 60. This is your line, point B, 0, 60. 0, 60. 0, 60. Then sorry, x equal to 40, gentlemen, sorry, x equal to, when x equal to 40, b becomes 20. Second line, Mn is x equal to 40. Therefore, b will be 0, 20. b will be 40, 20. b will be 40, 20. Since PQ is x plus y equal to 0 and x equal to 40, when x equal to 40, y becomes 20. Therefore, b coordinate will be 40, 20. Therefore, we have found out A, B, N, O, R. Then, the next step is come back to the initial line or the maximum profit function. Z equal to 4x plus 7y. Come back to 4x plus 7y. When in this, when r equal to 40, 0, when r equal to 40, 0, value of z will be 4 into 40 plus 7. 4 into 40 plus 7 equal to 160. At the point A, namely 20, 40, at the point A, namely 20, 40, Z becomes 4 into 20 plus 7 into 40 equal to 360. At the point B, namely 40, 20, the value of Z becomes 300. Value of Z becomes 300. And at the point 0, at the point O, Z equal to 0. And at the point N, 40, 0, sorry, 0, 40, sorry, at the point N, 0, 40, x-axis, 0, x-axis 40. 40 at the point 40, 0, at the coordinate N, 40, 0, this becomes 160. Therefore, here the maximum value represents 2040. Maximum value represents 2040 at the point A. At the point A, 2040. 2040A. Therefore, we conclude the optimum solution to get maximum Z. To get maximum Z will be to produce x units of 20 and y units of 40. Y units of 40. Y units of 40. Then, next question. Okay. This has come in 18 December, MBA. Maximize Z equal to 8x plus 5y. 8x plus 5y. With the constraints 2x plus y less than or equal to 500. Constraint, subject to constraint, 2x plus y less than or equal to 500. Equation 1. X greater than or equal to 150. Equation 2. Y greater than or equal to 250. X and y greater than or equal to 0. And z equal to maximize. Here you have 8x plus 5y. Subject to constraints. Here you have again three constraints. Here you have three constraints. 2x plus y less than or equal to 500, which is converted into 2x plus y equal to 500. Then second constraint, x greater than or equal to 150, changed over into x equal to 150. And similarly, y equal to 250. X and y greater than or equal to 0 means falls under the first quadrant. Then solution is PQ, line PQ equal to first constraint equated to the number. Then second one, x greater than or equal to 150 or x equal to 150, line Mn, and y equal to 250, line AB. Here again, x equal to 150 means a line parallel to y-axis. Y equal to 250 means a line parallel to x-axis. 2x plus y equal to PQ, a straight line. As done earlier, when x equal to 0, y equal to 500. Therefore 0, 500, P. Similarly, when y equal to 0, x becomes 250. Therefore you have 250, 0. Therefore P will be 0, 500 and Q will be 250, 0. In this one, parallel to y-axis, parallel to x-axis. Then, drawing in the graph, we have you draw x-axis, y-axis and mark the points. You will get a line like this, PQ line, PQ, then you have MN line, PQ line, MN line. MN line means parallel to y equal to parallel to x-axis. This is y equal to 250 and equal to 250, and you have your AB line. Here the feasible region is M R S Q O M. MRSQOM. P point is 0, 500. 0 500. Q will be, okay, Q, okay, you have 250 0. 250 0. S is equal, sorry, Q equal, sorry, okay, okay. This is your RS T. T equal to, coordinate T equal to, therefore you change it over into T. T will be equal to, yes, 150 0. P equal to 0 500. Therefore T equal to 150 0. Yes. 150 0. Then P will be, okay, you have M. The coordinate of M equal to, parallel to. Therefore you have coordinate of M will be equal to 0 250. 0 250. 0 250. P known. Here we know, M we know, T we know, M N unknown, sorry, R S unknown, M you know, R S unknown. These 2 points. Now coming back to the inequalities, the feasible region will be is M R S T O M. Then you can write as done earlier, intersecting point between Mn, equation Mn and PQ gives you coordinate of R. Mn and PQ gives the coordinate of R. Namely, equation of Mn equal to y equal to 250 and PQ equal to 2x plus y equal to 500. Therefore, when y equal to 250, x becomes 125. Therefore, R will be 125 500. 500. Similarly, coordinate of S will be the intersecting point between PQ and AB. PQ equal to 2x plus y equal to 500 and AB equal to x equal to AB parallel to y axis, therefore 50. Then you can write, when x equal to 150, y becomes 500. X equal to 150, 500. This gives you S coordinate. 150 and 200. S gives you 150 and 200. When x equal to 150, 300, 200. Y equal to 200. Therefore, substituting in the equation Z, at the point R, namely 125 500, Z becomes 2250. Z becomes 2250. At the point S, 150 200, it becomes 2200. 2200. Then at the point M, 0 250, it becomes 1250. At the point T, 150 is 0, this becomes Z equal to 1200. Therefore, here the maximum is 2250. Maximum Z is 2250. Therefore, to maximize the profit, produce X equal to 125 units and Y equal to 250 units. 250 units. Then another question. Solve the following LPP graphically. Solve the problem graphically. Minimize, here it is, minimization. Minimize Z equal to 20x plus 10y. Subject to constraints x plus 2y less than or equal to 40. 2y less than or equal to 40. 3x plus y greater than or equal to 30. 4x plus 3y greater than or equal to 60. X and y greater than or equal to 0. X plus 2y less than 40. 3x plus y greater than 30. 4x plus 3y greater than 60. X comma y positive. Here, step 1, minimization problem. And you have 3 constraints, 1, 2, 3, concerning x comma y. Third step, constraints are equated to the positive value on the right side. Therefore, you have x plus 2y equal to 40. A line PQ. Second equation, 3x plus y, here it is given greater than or equal to 0. When you equate equal to 30. A line RS. And the third one, a line MN, namely 4x plus 3y equal to 60. 4x plus 3y, 3x plus 30, x plus 2y equal to 40. Then, solving the points, solving the lines, constraints 1, 2, 3. Here, PQ means x plus 2y equal to 40. Again you can write, when x equal to 0, y becomes 20. Therefore, P equal to 0, 20. Similarly, Q will be equal to, when y equal to 0, x becomes 40. 40 is 0. Therefore, PQ is known. 0, 20, 40, 0. Then, in the second one, 3x plus y equal to 0. When x equal to 0, y becomes 30. Yeah. When y equal to 0, x becomes 10. Therefore, R will be 0, 30 and Z will be 10, 0. R will be 0, 30 and S will be 10, 0. Third line, what is that? 4x plus 3y equal to 60. Again similarly, when x equal to 0, y equal to 20. When y equal to 20, x equal to 15. X equal to 15. Therefore, you have 0, 20 and 15, 0. 15, 0. Then, drawing the x-axis, y-axis, we have x-axis, y-axis, we have as follows. X-axis, y-axis, this will be PQ, then PQ, you have MN, both same. P and M same, 0, 20. P equal to 0, 20, M equal to 0, 20. Therefore, P or M. Then you have that is your number R, S. R, yes. R, yes. Here the feasible region is, you can consider the inequality number 1. X plus 2y less than or equal to 0. X plus y means PQ. PQ less than or equal to, 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 less than or equal to. Then second line, RS 3x plus y greater than or equal to 30. RS greater than 30. 30 means greater than 30. Greater than 30. Greater than 30. And the third line again greater than 30. That is 4x plus 3y Mn greater than 30. Therefore, the feasible region is CD NQ. CDNQ. CDNQ. N is known 150, 0. N is known 150, 0. Q is known 40, 0. To find C and D, find coordinate C and D. C and D. Here you have to find C and D. You can write C is the intersecting point between PQRS. PQRS, whose equations are x plus 2y equal to 40. X plus 2y equal to 40. And 3x plus y equal to 30. Equation 1, equation 2. Solving this, I multiply 2 into 2 gives you 6 plus 2y equal to 60. Subtracting 3 equation minus 1. This minus this. This minus this. you have 5x equal to 20. Therefore, x equal to 4. Substituting in equation number 1, x plus 2y equal to 40, where x equal to 4. Therefore, y becomes 18. Y becomes 18. Therefore, the point C will be 418. 418. Similarly, D is the intersecting point between M and RS. The equation of Mn equal to 4x plus 3y equal to 3y equal to 60, and 3x plus y equal to 30. Solving these two, that is, multiply second equation by 3, second into 3 minus first one. You get x equal to 6 and y equal to 12. Y equal to 12. 6, 12. Then come back to function. Substituting in the function z equal to 20x plus 10y. 20x plus 10y. At the point C, 418, z equal to 260. At the point D, 612, z equal to 240. At the point N, 15, 0, z equal to 300. At the point Q, 40, 0, z equal to 800. Therefore, the maximum is here we need a minimum. Therefore, minimum is 240 at the points x equal to 6 and y equal to 12. Here we discuss about transportation model. This is another type of solving LPP, a particular type of question. Simplex algorithm is a powerful technique to solve any linear programming model. Normally we find this is a laborious and cannot be used for special type of problems like or on transportation models, assignment models in particular. Here we shall deal with transportation problem and assignment problems and the procedure involved. Then, transportation model involves certain origins which may represent factories where we produce homogeneous items and a number of destinations where we supply a required quantity of products. Each factory has a certain capacity with a constraint, and each destination, a dealer or a customer, has a certain quantity of requirement. The unit cost of transportation of items from the factory to the dealer or customer is specified in the cell values. The objective is to determine the amount to be shipped from each origin to each destination, such that the total transportation cost involved is minimized to the maximum in order to satisfy the customer or the dealer requirements within the factory capacities at minimum cost of transportation. For example, we have the following problem. A company has 3 plants A, B, C. 3 plants A, B, C and 3 warehouses X, Y, Z. The number of units available at the plants are 60, 70, 80, and the demand at warehouses X, Y, Z are 50, 80, 80 respectively. The unit of transportation cost is specified in the cell values. Represent the above data in a table to represent a transportation problem as given below. Three factories A, B, C. X, Y, Z. Warehouses. Here you have warehouses. Here you have factories A, B, C. The cell values are 873, 389, 1135, 1135. Here you mention factory, warehouses. Production of factory, okay. Factories A, B, C, warehouses X, Y, Z. Cell values or transportation costs involved 873, 389, 1135. Therefore, here you have the production at the plant A. Here you have production of the plant B. Here you have production of plant C. Here the requirement of X warehouse, Y warehouse, Z warehouse, which is represented as a transportation problem as follows. Again you repeat this and you write. Now you can think of production at the plant A. Production available at plant A. Plant A 60. Similarly at plant B 70, 80. Therefore, this is mentioned as supply position. Supply position or supply. Then, the requirement of X, Y, Z are mentioned here, means demand, or we say requirement. Requirement are 50, 80, 80. 50, 80, 80. This represents a transportation problem, TP. This represents a transportation problem. Therefore, supply is mentioned as the on the right side, demand on the extreme left corner. Demand 50, 80, 80 of XYZ warehouses or customers. Here the point to be noted while solving a transportation problem is first step will be you total the supply position 210. You add the demand again 210. Here therefore you can mention demand equal to total supply possible. Demand equal to supply possible. This is the first step before solving a TP problem, transportation problem. Demand is on the extreme left and supply on the right extreme. Supply means production at the plant A, B, C separately. This is transportation problem and its method. Then, now you write finding an initial basic solution. Finding an initial basic solution for a transportation problem given below. For a transportation problem given below. There are a number of methods to determine an initial basic solution to a transportation problem. Here we shall discuss major three methods, namely 1. North-west corner rule. North-west corner rule, NWCR. Second one, least cost method. LCM. Third one, Vogel's approximation method, or we say VAM. 1, 2, 3. NWCR, least cost method, Vogel's approximation method. Normally they will specify do only under NWCR, or they will say LCM method, or important will be VAM. Normally you can expect one question under VAM, Vogel's approximation method, slightly lengthy procedure. Therefore, we try northwest corner rule. First question, first type, northwest corner rule. Northwest corner rule. No, northwest corner rule. Therefore, you can note down, solve following transportation problem. Solve following transportation problem by the method of NWC. NWC, northwest corner rule. You have 5 into 3, a matrix form. 5 into 3, okay. 5 into 3. Matrix, and you have 3 into 5. 3 into 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 3 into 5 matrix. This represents a row, this represents column. 3 into 5. And you mention cell value 50, 80, 60, 60, 30, 40, 70, 60, 50, 80, 40, 60, 60, 40, 60, 40. Then you again write 400, 400, 500, 400, 800, 800, 600, 1100. Here you write a demand. Here you have supply. Warehouses, warehouse 1, warehouse 2, warehouse 3, warehouse 4, warehouse 5. Factories A, B, C. Factories. Warehouse. Warehouse. Right, left extreme, demand of W1 400, demand of W2 500, demand. This is the production capacity or supply. Production capacity. First step, find the total of the columns, find the total of the rows. 12, 20, 25. You total this 2500. That is the first step. So you can write first step. Find the total of supply and find the total of demand. Both should be equal before proceeding for solution. First step, here we have demand equal to supply equal to 2500. Second step, under NWC. Solution under NWC. Here we consider or begin with the cell in the upper left hand corner. Cell value in the upper left hand corner. Cell value in the upper left hand corner, or extreme northwest corner cell value. Northwest cell value. Northwest cell value. And start. Here 50 is the cell value, 50 is the extreme left north cell value, extreme left corner cell value. 50 is the north corner cell value. You start with that. Here we have production of A is 800. Production of A is 800, out of which W1's requirement is 400. Warehouse W1's requirement is 400. Therefore, 800 is the available production. You can meet the demand of warehouse number 1. Out of 800, you can meet the demand of warehouse number 1. Initially, you take the corner. Therefore, for example, you have 800 rupees in your pocket. You can 800 rupees in your pocket. You can give to a shopwala 400 rupees. Out of 800, you can sell out 400 rupees. Therefore, warehouse number 1 is satisfied with. Therefore, consider 800. 800 and 400. Therefore, the available cash with you is 800, where W1 can be satisfied with. Therefore, here we mark 400 is the requirement, 400. We mark it as 400. Therefore, 800 is the supply position, or the 800 is the amount available with you. From that, you are giving to the shopwala where you have taken. Therefore, balance is 400 again available in your pocket. Again available in your pocket. Therefore, initially, now the solution will be, we write 50 into 400 initially. 50 into 400, that is taken care. What the idea? 800, out of 800, 400 can be given to. Therefore, 50 into 400 is the first result. Then, therefore, out of 800, 400 is given. Therefore, this cell is, or this column is washed away. This column is washed away. W1 fully satisfied. Fully satisfied. Therefore, you write column number 1 is deleted, or warehouse number 1 requirement is completed. Removing the first column. Removing the first column. We have the following. Again you write W2, W3, W4, W5, ABC. ABC. W2, W3, W4, W5 and ABC factory. Again have the, again you have total of supply demand. Total supply demand 2100. Out of 800, only 400, 2100. So again you write supply demand equal to 2100. 2100. Supply equal to demand equal to 2100 each. Therefore, normally we say a balanced question. A balanced question, where transportation problem can be solved in the next way. Balanced, always balanced question. Then third step. Again consider extreme left north corner value. Extreme left corner cell value. Here is 80. Here it is 80. Here it is 80. Here the production of A is 400 and the requirement of W2 is also 400. Requirement of W2 is 400, production of A is 400, considering the extreme north left corner. Therefore, 400 is the production, 400 is the requirement. Upon you can supply. 400 is the cash balance in your pocket, and you have to give the second shop wala 400 rupees. Therefore, 400 is satisfied with. Above I write 80 into 400 plus. Therefore, the entire production of A is completed and the requirement of W2 is also completed. Cancel the column under W2. Cancel the column under W2. Then remaining is, third step, remaining is W3, W4, W5, A, B, C. Okay, 400 is cancelled. Therefore, this is also cancelled. Complete production of A is also cancelled. Complete production of A is completed. Again, you have the total supply demand equal to 1700. Supply demand equal to 1700. Again, consider the left extreme corner, namely 70. The production is 600, that is of B. Production is 600, 500 to be given to W3. 600, 500. You have 600 rupees in your cash pocket and 500 to be given to a shop wala. Therefore, which can be given. Therefore, here you have out of 600, 500 can be given. Therefore, you have 70 into 500. Out of 600, 500 can be met. Therefore, delete column W3, fully satisfied. And you have 600 cancel 100. And you write next step, W4, W5, BC alone. Again find the total, 1200. Again find the total, 1200. 1200. Again find the next step. Again find the northwest corner value. Here it is 60. 100 is the production of B, but you will have to meet 400. But 100 can be given to this fellow, balance 3 to be given. Balance 300 to be given. Therefore, 100 is given to this fellow, balance to be given is 300. Therefore, 100 is cut away 100. Satisfied. Therefore, you have the next step. Above 100 is completed. Right, production of B completed. And you are left with warehouse 4 and warehouse C with production at C. Again find the supply demand. Supply equal to supply equal to 1100, demand equal to 1100. Again consider the left extreme corner value, 60. Requirement of W4 is 300, production is at 1100. Therefore, balance will be 800. Here this can be met, 300. W4 can be met. Delete W4. Therefore, W5 and C only remaining 40, 800, 800. 40 into 800. 40 into 800. And completely exhausted. Therefore, you have total transportation cost in this case can be first solution 50 into 40. Sorry, 50 into 400. Second, you have 80 into 400. Then 70 into 500. 70 into 500. Then we have omitted 2. 70 into 500. 60 into 100 plus 60 into 300 plus 40 into 800 equal to 1.10. Why do you multiply that? 50 into 400 plus 80 into 11000. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here you write, here the allocation obtained is in total 6 allocations to complete the entire production and supply. And the transportation cost can be, you find the total as 11,100. 11,100. Here you again mention transportation cost can be rupees so and so. We will finalize this transportation cost as will be by conducting optimization or optimality test later. Optimality test later. Optimality test later. NWCR, north west corner rule. This is the simple first question. We will do it later.